and you're listening to a WNBA State of Mind, the sports podcast for women about things that matter to us and more. So come join us on your podcast platform.
Everybody, it's the 22nd episode WNBA State of Mind. You know, I already got my fam here from out in the Midwest. Got my guy Dominique Wilkins, okay, on the show. That's what up. Support your friends. You know what time it is. Justina Knight over there as well. You know, got the whole fam on here. We're gonna chop it up today. We got to talk about the WNBA. And the last 2 weeks, it's just been absolutely fantastic. The season coming in hot. But anyway, let me stop messing around. But anyway, we're going to drop dimes. We're going to talk about Atlanta Dream and Ryan Howard. We're talking about Chicago Sky, Dana Evans, talking about Connecticut Sun, Jasmine Thomas, Dallas, Isabella Harrison. You know, they got to get some help out there for Enrique, Indiana Fever, Los Angeles Aces, Las Vegas Aces, Erica Hamby. We got to get her in this contract extension. She's showing improving right now. You know, Los Angeles Sparks, how much longer can they continue to push the relay on the Agumake twins and Minnesota, Ariel Powers, can they keep her healthy? And then New York Liberty, you guys, they're in trouble again. Skylar Diggs, Smith, and, Brittany Griner, and Dee Taurasi, and that whole crew out there in Phoenix is, we don't know what's going on with them. Seattle Storm, they're normal as ever. Expect to see them in the playoffs, but, nobody's afraid of them anymore. And then the Washington Mystics, Kendall Adon, stay healthy. Right now, I'm not even talking about them either because we just don't know. All I know is right now, it's looking like Shakira Austin's team. What's up, you guys? Welcome to a WNBA State of Mind, where we mainly discuss basketball, but we love other sports. I'm so happy to have you guys on here. Dom, you almost got out of your seat when I was touching on some of the topics that we've been discussing the last couple of days. Talk about, first, before we even get started, let's talk a little bit about the book that's dropping and let's put that out there.
Absolutely. The biggest book in sports history, not basketball history. We talking sports history. The Evolution will be televised is the name of the book, The Basketball Positions Metrics, by Rashad Phillips himself, aka Yoda, the scouting guru, the NBA draft guru, the one that everyone comes to. There's a bunch of Jedi in the league at this point. Trae Young is one of them. Ja Morant is another one. Just to name a few. There are more out there that are Jedis in the league. I can't name them all. But those are, two of the ones that stick out in everybody's mind, because even if you're not a basketball fan, you're watching what they're doing. The tutelage comes from Mr. Yoda himself. It'll be out this summer. I'm telling everyone now, once you get the book, apply what's in it. You're going to be successful, whether it's basketball or whether it's life. You are going to be successful. You just have to apply what is in this book. And honestly, I told him, I was like, dog, just period, point blank, a conversation me and him had about a month ago. I said, look, you're not selling this for high enough. The information that's in this book, I'm like, come out the gate. They got to pay $200 for that. They got to be serious about it. He was like, absolutely not. I want everybody to touch this thing. I want everybody to read this book. Whether you're 8 years old or you're 80, you're going to get something from this book. Go pre-order it now at sportstalk2319.com. Hit that button. Go pre-order. Put it in your links. Put it in your phone. Out this summer.
That's what's good. Support your friends. sort of.
And we also need 2K platforms, all NBA 2K platforms, WNBA platforms to just be utilizing this book, because he's going to help you identify positions, because these kids are so versatile now. They're coming in so versatile. So he's going to be able to help you identify and get you your starting makeup for your teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to make sure that we start that off. Give my dude Rashad Phillips a plug, and let's keep it moving. And you're listening to a WNBA State of Mind for all the people that just tuned in. I got my God, Dominique, Wilford, Justina, Knight up on here. We're going to evaluate the WNBA thus far, what's going on. Hot topics out there, hottest topics out there. And as the season goes on, you know, there's so many things that you could pay attention to, but I always continue to pay attention to the things that are going on in the back, okay? Atlanta Dream, I can tell you right now, with Ryan Howard, they have the Rookie of the Year and MVP all intertwined. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I'm saying that, I'll back up some numbers, okay? Her last 3 sets, okay? The girl gets Player of the Week, all right? And with that Player of the Week, her numbers were 20, 4.5, and 2.3 assists, okay? Now, after that, 33, 3-3, 19, 5, 1-1. The girl is going in. What does Atlanta do? You know that they're going to have to give her a bag. All of this stuff that they're doing, she's now the 6th highest paid player on the team, and that's only because she's a rookie, okay? They're running into some contract situations with Monique Billing. Anybody want to talk about that?
Well, I'm going to say Atlanta Dream didn't make no mistakes when they drafted Ryan Howard, right? 3 things. They pay her a bag, they win a championship, or could a Dream give her both? With Billings, I like Billings. Billings is the workhorse of the team. My first thought on them both together playing is the defense and the versatility that they both give. Now, we all know that the Aces and the Mystics are no true center team, which means they read off a read and react kind of offense. Atlanta can give you that with Monique, and she can get it to you with Ron. I believe that if they give, it's really truly up to Ron at this point, because we know that she's putting up these remarkable numbers to be so versatile, to be able to play every position. It seems like to me, it's like, do we give her a perennial, put them in with a perennial guard? Because I think personally, they can win the ship. They can win the ship. It's too many perennial guards that's coming in right now, from Olivia to Caitlin Clark to Paige, but to then you have also other forwards coming in like Deja Kelly, another guard, Ashley Owusu. You have so many of those that can fit that niche and give them that versatility. To it's up to Ryan to say if she want to get paid or is she really looking to win a ship with the Dream. That's how I look at it.
Justina, let me say this. When you look at their roster, don't you see a little bit of the Miami Heat? They got a little bit of the kennel in them. You call them Bucks. Because you got Eric McDonald.
Yep.
You got Nas Hillman. They were not looked at as high regarded players.
Nope.
Coming out of college. At all. They got some dogs. You add Ryan to that mix, if they continue on this path, I don't doubt you.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think, Monique Billings, $140K. She's 3rd on their roster as far as salary. They can clear that and add some younger post players.
Okay.
They continue to build on that and have one of the youngest, most brightest teams in the league, a la what the Miami Heat is doing right now.
I can dig it. I like that. I didn't even see it like that with that Miami addition you just added in there, but I like that. I guess when I look at it, I don't feel the need that even when, because they're so versatile now. But the thing of it is if we give unlimited offense with scoring capabilities, because we're gonna need some defense in there. You know what I mean? We're gonna need some workhorses. I need my front court to truly be the workhorse. I need my rim runners. I need them to be rim running all night long and just don't get tired. Like, you know, there's 3 teams right now that I know of, for as Washington, for as Aces, and now I'm looking at Atlanta with no true center, and they're doing the darn thing. They're doing the darn thing. So I enjoy that. What you think? What you think, my girl?
Listen, I'm enjoying sitting here, enjoying you guys talk. Most of the time, I'm always talking. Most of the time, I'm always giving my opinion and my critique. I already told you, as far as Atlanta is concerned, I'm real proud of them. I'm glad they cleared out the house. I'm glad that they brought in some new blood. They brought in some players that have that killer mentality, that want to win championships, that don't care about social media, and they want to win. And they love basketball enough to put everything aside for 3-4 months to get the chip. And I'm proud of them down in Atlanta, you know? So with that being said, now that we're talking about like rookies that are coming in on fire, you know I got to go to the Chicago Sky. You know I gotta go to the Chicago Sky. We're going to Dana Evans. I cannot tell you how excited I get when I get the opportunity to see Evans versus Jordan Clark. I don't know what that is or where. I might have to do my homework to see where that rivalry is coming from, but I can tell you, I love watching those 2 kids go at it, okay? And she's in for, just like Dominique said, she's in for a big payday in 2024, okay? Is there another rookie that's going to enter and come into the league that's going to do what she does? I mean, Chicago really has to make some decisions based around this kid and this kid alone. Okay, you got Kalia Kappa over there, but I can tell you one thing. She is not playing the way that Dana Evans is playing right now. And you guys help me on that one.
The class of 2024, Tina, what are we looking for? Tina sees into the future. She sees
I
into
look
the
at it
future.
like I look at it like this. Dana's going to have it rather they make her the first or the second option at the Sky. I say this is because what Dana was last year in NBA terms was what Tyler Hero was to the Heat. Yeah. She came off that bench. She gave that the production. She knocked down the shots. And she knocked down key shots at crucial points in the game. They couldn't have made it without her. So it doesn't matter if they're trying to make her that first or second option. She can still get paid, and she can come off the bench like Tyler Hero and still do her thing. I wouldn't get rid of her. Re-sign her and keep growing. Well, we'll touch on with Diamond, DeShields, and Copper. But there's a reason to why Diamond is doing what she's doing now. I think that it was too many of the media that drove to why DeShields really couldn't get in her game because her shot selection was pretty bad last year. But this year, starting off, she seems to be in a pretty good groove.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think she has all of the pressure that she had last year to play well. You know, you got a lot of people over there. And, you know, I'm glad that you actually took it out west because, I have to talk about the Sparks. I have to. Keep bringing up six man without saying it, even making reference to Tyler Hero. Right now, Liz Cambage was a top performer this week. She had 25, 8, and 3 assists versus Seattle. Best I've seen her play in a year. She looks good. And you know why she looks good? Because they're utilizing the high-low the way that she wasn't being utilized out there in Vegas. Okay? Mm-hmm. You get her, she's underneath the cup. All she's got to do is turn and lay. There's not a person that can guard her in the league except Brittany Griner. And Brittany Griner can't even guard her if she's got her jammed underneath the basket. And all she has to do is catch, poke, turn around, and just lay it in. I mean, that's simple basketball. They've broken it down in layman terms for her. Here, go down, turn around, pivot. We drop the ball down to you, turn around and just lay it up. Just simple, easy peasy for her. Okay?
Okay.
Now, my thing is, Christy Tolliver gets back. She's gonna come in. She's gonna be in a groove. Like I said, she's gonna be a kid in the candy factory. She's just gonna be dropping dimes everywhere. We're gonna get to the Aguma K twins because I see you over there nodding your head. My biggest concern right now with LA is getting Carter and Brown to buy into this whole 6-man idea. Derica Hamby got paid. She ate being 6th Woman of the Year 2 consecutive years in a row. What is so undesirable about that award? And why wouldn't either one of them step up to take that and run with it? Because they need a bench.
Well, Carter's been one of my favorite players when she came out of college basketball. Personally, I think, and I've told Dom this several times, I've told Rashad, there are certain players that you can't keep them in the kennel. You got to let them go. No matter, and it's just like, what's the kid off of Lakers last year? Dom, fair-skinned guy, came out of Iowa.
Horton Tucker.
Taylor Horton Tucker. She plays in a similar style of him. You know what I mean? And it's not hard for her to buy in, but when you know that you're better, how can you buy in? As a player, like when you know that you're better, you know you make better reads, especially react to the defense. I'm pretty sure she can get Liz in wherever she wants them. How can you get them to buy in? It's hard. You cannot keep those players in the kennel. You can't put Carter in the kennel. You got to let her go. So she's not. So me personally, because I like her, put her in the start lineup. Watch what she do.
Hey, you right on that. Goody, let me ask you a question. When you were in the ABL and, you started out with the Philly Rage and you looked around the floor and you was like, wait a minute, I'm better than her.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to buy my time because player A is getting paid more than I am. Player B does a lot of our marketing. Player C was a high draft pick. They're going to make me sit. I don't know if this is going to work. What is the mental side saying for Lexi Brown right now? Because she's being real vocal on social media.
Absolutely. And this is my thing. And, Big Auntie going to sit down, and she's going to keep it 100 with you. You got to keep your mouth shut and let your game do the talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Your fingers can't do the walking in this situation. And I'm watching them burning up the tracks. Oh, I'm getting 10 minutes. Oh, I'm getting 15 minutes. What you doing within those 10 minutes? Let your game speak for itself. I played with 4 other All-Stars. We had 5 All-Stars. I can't keep complaining about not getting the ball. But I figured out where everybody's shot came off. So I led the team in rebounding, even though I had a 7'2" center. I became number 1 in the world in my position, which is not talked about, as a rebounder in the world. And all of that chaos, shut up and play, man. If you as good as you say you are, then let your game do the talking and stop getting crossed up on national TV. Because it looked like you broke your leg. Going on to the next subject. I ain't never got crossed like that before in my life. Never. I got Cheryl, Katie, Coop, all of. And not one of them ever crossed me up like that. My D was through fire. So you can't talk junk and then get crossed up. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. The Connecticut Sun. Listen, we wind it down too. Listen, Connecticut Sun. Okay, we're talking about Jasmine Thomas. She's eating up a lot of the salary cap. Okay, with the deal worth $565K. Scooby-Doo, y'all.
I'm gonna say one thing. Jonquel Jones, baby. Jasmine Thompson, her what she's kind of reminding me of right now is Chris Paul in Phoenix. It's the excessive amount of what they're paying her, and not to say that she can't get it done, but she's light years right now. And I think that they need to move forward to give Jonquel Jones what she needs. It's time to move on from that. Rather she wants to be veteran presence in the locker room. I get it, but if they want to win, you got to give Jonquel Jones a guard, a nice guard. And if you got to wait another year or so, which is tapping on Jones's early prime years, it's like, but give her somebody that can get in and out, lane eater as well.
Absolutely. Any takes? Got any takes down?
I do, but let's keep rolling through because we got some more important things to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. The writing is on the wall with that, especially the offer that they made her in the offseason. I was very, very shocked with Connecticut Sun and them not getting serious with Jonquel Jones. So that'll be something that they're definitely going to have to address. You got Dallas Wings over there with Isabella Harris. Okay, she's in the last year of her 3-year, $464K deal. We all know that, Arike needs somebody to play with. They got to get serious about this kid because she's going to be coming out of her contract too. So how did they keep her if they don't surround her with people? And it looks like she has the opportunity to win a chip in Dallas.
She surely does. I know this may sound crazy. I won't say get rid of her. She just needs to be solid and consistent. Because she's not as versatile as we call the Shakira Austins. She's not as versatile like that. You know what I mean? But she can play with her back to the basket, which I feel that the WNBA still needs. Can she come? She can come off the bench for that. But as long as she stays solid and consistent and give Arike somebody, a more perennial person on the front court, they will be fine. I wouldn't get rid of her though, because I like the way that she plays with her back to the basket. She's strong, she's solid, you're not getting around her. It's kind of hard to guard that. Absolutely. Especially on the defensive end.
Absolutely. Indiana Fever, same issue. Salary cap. One player issue, 10-year vet, Danielle Robinson, okay, second year of a $464K deal.
Danielle.
Anyone else to fill that role as the locker room leader?
Yep.
Hired score, because that's what she is at this point in her career. She gonna get you 20 and go sit down.
Yeah, that sounds like Lou Williams right now. Yeah, it's because I'm watching these collegiate basketball women right now. It is hard because especially at Danielle's age right now. Danielle, what, 33, 32? Because I see the future. It's because I see the Olivia Miles coming in. I see the Ashley coming in. I see the Clark coming in, the Caitlin Clark. I see all of these different players, and it's just kind of like these are the next generation, and they're sophomore and juniors. They got like 1 year, 2 years left. And if that's something don't change in the next 2 years on where women's basketball goes, it's just that it's too much flexibility right now. And Danielle's on her way out, so she can be that locker room president. She can, come off the bench, but Indiana Fever got to start moving those contracts, and they got to start looking elsewhere.
Absolutely. We already talked about Derica over there. You guys already, you signed Young, you signed Plum. You got, Wilson over there. Everybody's sitting comfortable. We need her to be comfortable as well. She's got, winding down a year on her contract. And, I think that they need to solidify the deal with her as well. And Chelsea Gray is coming up for, coming to a new contract as well. Show some confidence in these players and get them signed, because at some point in time, somewhere along the season, that issue is going to show up. Same thing for, absolutely. New York has, 4 players which are entering their 30s and hit up the majority of the salary cap. They're not playing this well. You know, they might need to use some of these players as trade bait coming up and try to, you know, get some better players to come on their team. You know, I like how, you know.
You like Howard? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You got to keep her, you know, but you got to start building around these kids, you know, and out there.
And they need a wing defender. New York, give Sabrina a wing defender along with, well, they got Howard right now, but give her a wing defender that can knock down some consistent jumpers. And it's just the 3 of them. Watch Sabrina work. Sabrina, I can tell directly that she's been working with Kobe Bryant herself because of the degree of difficulty on her jump shots, all the way from her playmaking abilities. It's all from Kobe. You could clearly see it. You could just clearly see when Kobe hits a touch on a significant amount of players. The maturity of the way they play is just it's beautiful, and I like the way that Sabrina plays. I do. I enjoy it.
Absolutely. My last 2 things that I'm gonna wind down with. We gonna chop it up again next week because this show is hot. We gonna keep going. We just gonna keep doing what we need to do to keep it visible out there for the people. WNBA, Feed It Life, the Washington Mystics, Ella Delle Don. I don't know if she stays healthy all year. I can't really give too much of an opinion about how that's going to go down, you know, for them this year, you know. And then Phoenix, they just basically got to make some decisions. And I can tell you this: Skylar, DT, you know, Tina, and you guys need to just basically step it up. That's what you got to do. You got to step it up. You got to put up, shut up. That is how it is, regardless as to whatever is going on in that locker room, outside, surrounding. Everybody is worried and concerned about Brittany Griner, but you still got to put it out there on the floor. People have got fat contracts. To address it, and let's get it going. And you're listening to WNBA State of Mind. I got my guy, Dominique, Justina Knight here on the show, and we're going to keep it coming. We love you. Sammy Sosa, y'all. Peace. We out.